So here's a question to start us off. What happens when someone who seemed, well, almost politically untouchable, a real titan, suddenly finds themselves in a storm that could genuinely change everything?
Yeah, it's a fascinating question.
Today, we're looking into the really unprecedented challenges facing Donald Trump right now. And this isn't just about one person's story.
No, not at all. It's much bigger.
It's about what all this means for American politics, for how we even think about power. We're kind of peeling back the layers on that image of invincibility he built.
Right.
And hey, if you want to keep up with these kinds of global shifts in political currents, you should definitely check out the Geopolitics Gazette. It's a great resource for getting that bigger picture.
Absolutely. For years, Trump carefully, meticulously built this brand, this idea that he was an untouchable winner.
In business, in politics.
Exactly. Always playing the system, always seemingly one step ahead, defying the odds. That was the core image.
That perception was incredibly powerful, wasn't it? But now, with, what is it, over 90 legal cases?
Right.
Multiple investigations.
The sheer volume is staggering.
Yeah, and it's exposing vulnerabilities. Things that were maybe hidden before under all the bravado.
And there's a fundamental difference, isn't there, between a campaign rally stage and a courtroom.
Totally different world.
His usual tactics, deflection, distraction, they just don't land the same way when you're facing hard evidence facts. This is a real test for him.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just the legal arguments, right? There's a huge financial aspect, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a perfect storm hitting him. You've got criminal charges, civil suits, subpoenas flying. The legal intensity is just unprecedented for a figure like him.
And the cost of fighting all that.
It's draining millions. We're seeing reports of huge sums going just to legal defense. And that forces a shift. They always projected this image of being self-funded, immensely wealthy.
Right, the self-made billionaire who didn't need anyone's money.
Exactly. But now there's a much heavier reliance on donors. That impacts the brand itself, the core narrative he spent years building.
So beyond just paying the lawyers, what does that do to his whole political operation? That image of independence was key.
It raises questions.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, his actual finances are under intense scrutiny. These allegations of business fraud, inflating property values.
Questionable practices.
Right. It's not just about fines. It could jeopardize his entire business empire. Losing contracts, partnerships, that's a tangible threat.
And politically, we talked about the brand, but what about the actual support? Is that changing?
Well, that's another really interesting layer here. We're seeing what feels like a quiet but potentially significant shift within his base.
Quiet how?
It's not necessarily loud defections everywhere, but there's an erosion. Maybe some supporters are less vocal, maybe key party figures are hedging their bets.
Ah, okay. So less rock solid than it once appeared.
It suggests that loyalty in politics, even for someone like Trump, might be more conditional than absolute, especially when questions about electability or strength start creeping in. We hear about significant donors pausing.
Holding back.
Hesitating, yeah. And party strategists are, quietly considering other options for the future. It's subtle, but it's happening.
Which makes sense. And you even see rivals, potential rivals within the Republican Party starting to test the waters more openly now, right? People who were silent before.
Exactly. Figures are emerging, signaling that maybe, just maybe, the leadership landscape could shift. It shows how dynamic things really are.
It really does. And look, if you're finding this analysis useful, if you appreciate these kinds of explorations, please do take a second to subscribe. It honestly helps us keep doing this work.
Yeah, definitely. And stepping back, this whole situation connects to much broader themes in American politics today.
How so?
Well, for many of his supporters, Trump became a symbol, didn't he? A symbol against the establishment.
Right, fighting the system.
And so his current battles, for them, reflect this larger fight. It taps into that deep political polarization we see everywhere, the distrust in institutions.
It really exposes the fractures, doesn't it? How supporters and critics can look at the exact same set of events.
And see completely different realities. It just underscores how divided the country is right now.
So, considering everything we've discussed, the legal pressure, the financial strain, the shifting political ground, here's something for you to think about.
Okay.
Is this the beginning of the end for a certain era, an era maybe built on populism and division? And if it is, what actually comes next?
That's the big question.
Will America find a path back towards trust in its systems, or do these divisions just get deeper? We really want to know what you think about all this.
Yeah, your perspective matters.
Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It supports us directly. And definitely share your point of view down in the comments. We're really curious to hear your thoughts on what this moment means for the country's future.